Hi friends, hope you're doing great. I'm Kunal, CBT practitioner and author. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you an amazing CBT technique called TikTok. TikTok your negative thoughts, especially towards your goals. That's right, friends. Before we get there, we all have goals, isn't it? And we also have a series of steps that we need to climb before we actually achieve that goal. Now, the key question is, what if we have negative thoughts about our own goal and about the task that we have? Friends, here I'm going to introduce you to a technique in CBT called TikTok. That's right, Tick, TIC, and talk. Not this one, friends. So, TIC stands for task interfering cognition. Cognition means thoughts. These are basically thoughts that prevent you from completing that specific task towards your goal. This could be due to self doubt, fear of failure, perfectionism, or you may have some negative predictions about the outcome. Hence, you don't take any action here. On the other hand, TALK stands for task oriented cognition. These are well balanced, progressive, and helpful thoughts that encourage you to complete that task. Now, friends, within the talk, we also are learning that it involves taking progressive and small steps towards your goals. Let me share some examples. So, if the tick is if I try and fail, everyone will think I am incompetent. So, the talk, a positive or or a helpful thought would be if I try and fail, it's an opportunity for me to learn, improve, and grow. I can't do this perfectly. So there is no point in trying. Friends, you see, because of this thought, I can't do this perfectly, this cognition, I am not taking any action. So the talk would be, I don't need to be perfect. Doing my best is enough. Friends, now let me share with you the key steps for implementing the TikTok technique. And I'm going to be sharing with you 4 to 5 examples of goals where you can actually use this technique practically in your daily life. So, first step is to identify the negative thought or the unhelpful thought, which is not helping you to take that action. Second, challenge the negative thought. Third, create a helpful thought, a realistic thought, friends. Friends, we are not talking about positive thinking. We are just talking about shifting our negative thought to a more helpful and realistic thought. And the fourth step is to take a small action, progressive action towards your goal. Let's look at an example. If you are preparing for a public speech, right? We all know we can get, nervous during a public speech event. So what would be a take? Take would be I'm going to be, embarrass myself. What if I fail? Those are your take points. Challenge yourself that, have I truly embarrassed myself in the past? Have I given presentations? Like, do I have evidence that, people will actually laugh at me? Friends, this is the way you challenge that negative thought and come up with a talk. Could be, I might feel nervous, but I have prepared well and I can handle it. Even if I make a mistake, it is not the end of the world, and people are generally supportive. Now, friends, with this talk, do you think and feel that you are more aligned to deliver that that public speaking event? And as an action step, practice your speech in front of the mirror with a friend to build your own confidence. Let's take another example of a social gathering. Sometimes we could feel awkward, sometimes we could feel nervous for a social gathering because the tick is no one will want to talk to me and I will just feel awkward. So challenge, is it really true that no one wants to talk to you, or is it that, my anxiety speaking with me? Challenge, your tick and then come up with a alternative thought, a helpful thought. I can start by talking to 1 or 2 people. Most people are friendly and open to conversation. It is okay to feel a bit awkward initially. It's okay not to know about everything. That's right, friend. If you have an expectation that I should know everything about all the topics, be it political, economical, sports, then, friends, you're putting undue pressure on yourself. You don't have to know everything. You don't need to know everything. Yeah. So remove that tick as well, that I have to know everything and all the topics. So remove that tick and replace it with the talk that it's okay if I know, if I don't know few things. And for social gathering, take some progressive actions. Prepare a conversation starter. Prepare something that you can start off well. So you can kind of have a great start. And friends, remember, not everybody are extremely confident in those social gathering. People are, also they also think, from their perspective, they also feel nervous. So it's okay, it's better to take a start. Let's take another example of asking for help. Many people have observed how, not very, they're shy to ask for help because of the take is, if I ask for help, then I am going to be judged as incompetent. So challenge, like, is asking for help, true sign of incompetence? Because it is a normal part of collaboration, isn't it? When you're working with teams, or even if you're not working for teams, asking for help is absolutely fine. So come up with a talk. Asking for help shows that I'm proactive and willing to learn. Collaborating can always give better results. And as a action step, prepare specific questions that you want to ask, a friend or a colleague, so that you value his time as well, and you've also made an effort on your own. Friends, there are people who are reluctant to go to a therapy session, for the first time. And, because of their own takes, let's look at one of them. If the take is, the therapist won't understand me and it won't help, then of course this negative thought will not help you to go through a therapist. Challenge, is this really true that the therapist don't would not understand me? Or am I anticipating a negative outcome? How can therapy be beneficial to me? How can help me to progress towards my goals? When you challenge, you can come up with an alternative talk. Therapists are trained to understand and help with various issues. Giving therapy a try can provide me with valuable insights and coping strategies. So when you adopt this talk, you feel much better about going to a therapy session and take the action. Research about the therapist's background. Ask for check the background of the therapist. And then make a list of all the issues that you have, that you want to be addressed in the session. Let's look at another example, where many people face the take of job interview. What if I cannot answer the question? If the take is something like, I will not be able to answer all their questions. So challenge, is it realistic for me to know all the answers, what the interviewer asks? Obviously, no, right? I'm going to work and focus on my own strength, and I'm going to share my answers based on what I know, and that's perfectly fine. Trust yourself, trust your coping abilities as well. So the talk can be, it's okay not to know everything. I can handle tough questions by staying calm, asking for clarifications, and sharing a thought process. And take progressive action, practice deep breathing techniques to manage your nervousness. And remember, it's okay to pause and think also during the interview. Yeah, so those are the actions that you can take. Friends, I hope this technique take talk is well explained, well understood, and it can help you, to achieve and complete your task and towards your goals. Friends, we come up with live workshops, and as well as we have self-paced online workshops as well. So do check the description link below. And friends, if you like this video, please give it a like, comment, subscribe, and share it with your friends and family as well.